welcome to our Zootech channel. Today I'm going to take a topic on molecular genetics. So this topic is really very important for the students pursuing biology. So in this week I will upload 4 to 5 videos to cover this topic. So students have to watch very keenly so that they can choose this topic for their higher studies. So at the end of this chapter, the question and answers will be discussed. Any doubts if you have or any clarification detail, you can call me at this number 9444547952 or email me at drsangeethaes@gmail.com. Accordingly, I request to subscribe our channel and press the bell button for notification. Thank you. So today, coming to the topic, molecular genetics. What is genetics? How can you define genetics? So genetics is a branch of biology that deals with the study of heredity and variations, or how the characteristics of living organisms are transmitted from one generation to the next via DNA, the substance that comprises genes, that is the basic unit of heredity. So, this gene, which is the inherited factor that determines the biological character of an organism. So, a variation is the degree by which the progeny, you call the children, it differs from their parents. So, this concept of gene, when talking about genetics, we remember Georg Johann Mendel. Georg Johann Mendel, who is called as the father of genetics. Georg Johann Mendel is called as the father of genetics. The concept of the gene was explained by him in the year 1860s. Alright, so he never used the term as a gene. He says instead it is a factor. He never said it is a gene. He used it as a factor. So factor means they'll be having two. One is called as a dominant, the other one is called as a recessive. One is called as dominant and recessive. And the later part they named it as genes. So this Georg Johann Mendel, he called it as a factor, and later part it has been called as gene. Alright. So Mendel said that the factors is normally they occur in pairs. In ordinary cells, they segregate during the formation of the sex cells. This is the concept. Now, according to the classical concept of gene, which was introduced by Sutton. So the classical, what in the classical theory states, the classical concept of gene was given by Sutton in the year 1902. In the year 1902, how he defined as the genes have been defined as discrete particles that follow the Mendelian rules of inheritance. The genes, they occupy a definite locus in the chromosome and they are responsible for the expression of specific phenotypic character. This is the classical concept of gene stated by Sutton in the year 1902. Now, we'll see the properties of genes. What are all the properties of genes? The first property we can say is that the number of genes in each organism is more than the number of chromosomes. Hence, several genes are located on the same chromosomes. Talking about the chromosomes, how many chromosomes does a human have? Human have 23 pairs of chromosomes, is it not? You'll be having 23 pairs of chromosomes. That is 46. Out of which you call 22 pairs of chromosomes, or they are called as autosomes, and the 23rd pair of chromosome is the sex chromosome. So 22 pairs of chromosomes are autosomes, and the 23rd pair will be called as the sex chromosomes. So this 22 of of these pairs they are called autosomes, which they look same in the case of male and the female. The last pair, that is the 23rd pair of sex chromosomes, is that they only differ in between the male and the female. So, I told you the 23rd pair will be the sex chromosome, in which the males will be having one copy of X and Y chromosome, and females, they will be having two copies of X chromosomes. They will be having two copies of X chromosomes. So, these 22 pairs of chromosomes are autosomes, and the 23rd pair, they are called the sex chromosomes, in which the males will be having one copy of X and one copy of Y chromosome, and the females will be having two copies of X chromosomes. Okay. Now, second, the properties of genes. The second, we can say that the genes are arranged in a linear fashion. Genes are arranged in a linear fashion. So they are arranged in a linear order, like the beads on a string on the chromosomes. Thirdly, you can say that each gene, it will occupy a specific position. It occupies a specific position. It occupies a specific position called as locus. So it is occupying a specific position called locus. And the third, you can say that, fourth one, genes, they exist in the alternative forms called as alleles. They exist in alternate forms called alleles. Means what? All the genes, they will be having two alternate forms. As I already told you, one is the dominant, the other one will be the recessive. So dominant is being expressed in terms of capital T, and recessive is it is denoted by small t. There are dominant alleles and recessive alleles. Dominant alleles show the effect even if the individual has only one copy of the allele. So for example, if we can take the allele for brown eyes is dominant, therefore you only need one copy of the brown eye allele to have the brown eyes. Although with the two copies, you will still have the brown eyes. So this is the dominant alleles. If both the alleles are dominant, it is called as a codominance. Okay. Now talking about the recessive alleles, this only show the effect if the individual has got two copies of the allele. You call it as they are also called as homozygous. So for example, the allele for blue eyes is recessive. Therefore, to have the blue eyes, you need to have two copies of the blue eyes allele. And the fifth one, we can say that the genes may undergo sudden change in the position. They undergo sudden change in its position. But sometimes they undergo sudden change in the position and composition, and it is called as the mutations. There will be a sudden change. You call it as mutations. And finally, their genes, they are also capable of self-duplication, producing their own copies. Self-duplication. Producing their own copies. So this is the basics, as this is the gene as the functional unit of inheritance. So we have covered the basics into it. In my next video, I will talk about how the DNA and RNA is acting as a genetic material.